Police deal with all sorts of situations in their line of duty.
Ready?
No, sir, please. I need a supervisor on. My father's a police officer from NYPD.
Okay.
I don't know if that matters.
Police deal with all sorts of situations in their line of duty.
Ready?
No, sir, please. I need a supervisor on.
Mic check.
My father right there.
Okay.
Investigator, been criminal justice for over 30 years, and so.
But sometimes they meet the entitled children of other officers, and it doesn't end well.
What's your probable cause?
What's my probable cause? Obviously, I do this every single night. You don't know what probable cause means, okay?
I do. My dad's a police officer.
Okay.
I don't understand why you think I need this test.
Here are the times when cops' children think they are above the law. Starting with an exhausting woman who was buying time after she got caught drinking and driving.
You don't know what probable cause means, okay?
I do. My dad's a police officer.
Okay. Well, I can tell you right now, I'm smelling alcohol. It's very strong. Do you have any questions?
Yes, what's your probable cause for doing field sobriety tests on me?
What are you doing? You're going to jail, man. I already told you that.
I don't understand why you think I need this test. I don't feel like you explained that to me. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be difficult.
On the 3rd of June 2023, an officer initiated a traffic stop after the driver was caught speeding. Little did he know how crazily entitled the driver would be after some questioning.
Do you understand the reason why I'm stopping you?
I don't.
Okay, what's the speed? What's the pole?
I was going with the flow of traffic.
Okay.
I didn't think I was speeding. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, you're the only traffic. That's the funny part. Okay, and 44 and the 30. Okay, and then you actually were stopped at a green light. Do you have a driver's license?
I do.
Insurance, registration? You don't recall that? That's the title and registration. I just need your registration that you get from MED, ma'am.
It might be online.
No worries. I'm gonna have you do, ma'am, is I'm gonna have you turn off the vehicle. I'm gonna have you step out, okay? You can close the glove box.
I'm sorry, what for?
Because I'm asking you to, ma'am.
What's your probable cause?
What's my probable cause? Obviously, I do this every single night. You don't know what probable cause means, okay?
I do. My dad's a police officer.
Okay. Well, I can tell you right now, I'm smelling alcohol. It's very strong. I need you to step on out, ma'am.
I just picked him up from a club.
Okay, go and step on out for me, please, ma'am.
Okay. Again, what's your probable cause?
I'm gonna have you step on out.
Was I swerving? Do you have?
I'm asking you to step on out, please.
Do you have me on video swerving or doing?
It's all on camera. It is. It is all on camera.
And
Come
what
on
is
out.
it?
Let's talk about it.
No, Taylor, it's fine.
Listen, you're gonna make it a lot harder on yourself, okay? I'm asking you.
Taylor, stop.
Turn off the vehicle, please.
I just got off of work.
Go and turn off the
I'm
vehicle,
a nurse.
please. Okay.
I want to know what your reason is.
And I'm telling you, I'm smelling alcohol. It's very strong. I need you to step on out.
Him?
Okay, and then let me separate you guys, and I can see if it's coming from you or not.
Taylor, stop. It's fine. I just picked him up. I just got off of work.
I got you. I'm doing my job. You can respect that. You're a nurse, right?
Yes, I
Okay,
can,
then let's do this the cooperative way, and not the silly way. And you seeing you're arguing with me. I don't need to argue with you, man. I'm too old for that stuff.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm just asking why you're asking me to step out of the
Because I'm
vehicle.
asking you because I'm smelling alcohol. Okay, there's obviously indicators. Your eyes are blood watery. I need you to step on out.
I have
to
a
separate
drunk
you.
person in my car.
I can see that. Okay, and I want to make sure that
Was I not maintaining my lane?
I'm going to ask you again. Okay, you're going to need to step on out.
Was I
You're not free to
maintaining
go.
my lane?
You're not free to go, ma'am.
Taylor, stop. Was I maintaining my lane?
EOD9, come go and send another unit, please.
Yeah, you should.
Thank you, sir. And this is exactly why I need you to step on out.
Need
to
my-
separate you from this.
Need another little dragon.
Taylor,
Give me
stop.
another dragon. Come on.
Refused to step out of her car, which
Not
made
the fucking
the
dragon I
cop
want.
suspicious of
Shit.
her behavior.
Step on out of the vehicle, please, ma'am.
Come
I don't
on.
have to force you out, ma'am. I don't
Be the one I want.
okay?
Be the one I want.
And I want you to step on out, please.
Fuck yes. There we go.
Stepping out.
Obviously, you don't know the difference between probable cause, okay? Probable cause is enough to arrest you, and I don't need to arrest you. I don't want to arrest you.
I don't want.
I want to make sure that you're safe to drive.
Taylor, stop.
Step on out of the vehicle, please, ma'am. This it's going to prevent a lot. Go on the other side.
This is personal property.
Taylor,
She can stay on her personal property.
stop. You just
Just watch this individual. He has a little mouth, and he's running his mouth, and there's a in the glove box. Step on out of the vehicle, please, ma'am.
Taylor.
Talks about that.
You need to sit here and be quiet.
Ma'am, I love it.
Just sit here. Taylor, just stop. Just
Go and
stop.
step on that, please, ma'am. And I thank you for your cooperation. It's going to go a long way, okay? Walk to the front of my used vehicle. Walk to the front of my used vehicle, please.
Okay.
Right here. Right here to the front of my vehicle.
You're right in front.
Standing in front of my vehicle.
I'm in front of it.
Okay, ma'am, what's up with the rush? Why are you going so fast?
I didn't realize that I was. I'm sorry. I have work at 5 a.m. tomorrow as a nurse.
Okay.
I picked him up to do him a favor,
I appreciate that. Okay.
and I don't know
Well,
why
listen.
I'm getting pulled over.
Let me explain to you why you pulled you over again, okay? 44 miles an hour in a posted 30 mile an hour zone, okay? As I got to the rear of your vehicle, on Cole, as you're approaching I-25, there was a green light. You were actually stopped on a green light in the middle of the road.
Yes, because the other car coming across looked like he was going to run the red light, and I wanted to be safe.
Okay. And then I approached, having nothing but respectful and kind, okay?
Okay.
I'm smelling a strong odor of alcoholic beverage. It's very strong inside the vehicle. You said it was from him. I have to do my job and get you out. Your eyes
Okay.
are bloodshot watery. Okay,
No, they're
I pull you
not.
out.
That's a lie.
Okay. I pull you out. You're having a hard time maintaining your balance. I'm still able to smell that odor coming from your breath.
Where's
You're-
my hard time maintaining my
Okay,
balance?
how much have you had to drink, man?
Zero.
Zero
I
all
had
night.
zero to drink.
Okay.
I
Have you
just
had
got
any
off-
recent head injuries?
No.
Do you wear eye contact?
Yes.
Do you have them on right now? Are they soft or hard now?
They're in here. They're soft.
They're soft, so they're flimsy?
Yeah.
Okay, can you do me a favor? Can you put your feet together just like mine? Hands right at your side. I need you to remain in that position there. Do you understand?
Okay.
You're not going to move out of that position. And now you stare at the tip of my right index finger with your eyes. And do not move your head. Do you understand? Yes or no? Do you have any questions?
Yes, what's your probable cause for
Fuck's
doing
a-
field sobriety tests on me?
Once again, I already explained
Where the
to you.
fuck's a
I'm
warrior?
trying to make sure you're safe to drive.
I
okay.
am safe to drive.
Okay, and I have to do that. It's my
Okay.
job. Okay, I don't go to your neck of the woods in the hospital and tell you how to do your job, right?
Right, so you
So show me
shouldn't.
the same respect. Okay.
The situation escalated when the driver doubted the cop's authority, all because her father's a cop.
Can you put your feet together just like mine? Can you picture an imaginary line on the ground from where your left foot is, straight out in front of you to my right foot?
Is there anything preventing me from making a call to make sure that this is legal?
It
and
is legal,
okay?
ma'am.
Is
It is.
there anything preventing me from making a
Obviously,
call right now?
I'm doing an investigation, so you're interrupting my investigation. I don't want that. I just want to make sure you're safe to drive. If you're safe to drive, you're going to be on your way with citations.
I understand.
If you're
that,
not safe to
but,
drive, then I'm going to ultimately arrest you, and I'll let you know when that's going to happen.
But
But we're not to that point yet, ma'am.
here's my thing: is
Go ahead.
I am safe to drive. I know with 100% truth that I have not had alcohol tonight.
Nope.
So my question is, can I make a call right now
As of right now, no, ma'am, you cannot. Okay?
legally?
As of right now, you cannot make a phone call. So you're going to cooperate with my test, ma'am? Yes or no? I'm not going to sit here and argue with you.
I'm not gonna discooperate. I just want to know that this is legal.
It
You
is.
can make me do this,
Mhm,
and
and
if
it's
I
all-
say no, does that affect me?
As into what, ma'am?
If I say no, does that affect me
No, to
legally?
what? To the test?
No
Well,
to
you know,
the
what you-
tests.
So ultimately, what I'm trying to do is prove that you're safe to drive.
Okay.
What I've seen so far, you're not safe to drive, and I'm trying to prove that you are safe to drive by doing these tests.
And
It's ultimately up to you, whatever you want to do. I can't force you to make these tests or perform these tests,
but
but I'm
does,
trying to do my job. You can respect
I
that.
understand that, but legally, because I picked up my friend who said that he had had 2 drinks.
And even with this distance with us and us talking, your odor is still very strong in your breath every time you speak.
I have type 1 diabetes.
Oh, okay.
If I have ketonic acidosis,
Mm-hmm.
that's a medical condition.
It is.
I'm not trying to tell you how to do your job.
It
I'm
seems
not.
like you are, ma'am, and that's not fair.
Not
for me.
at all. I'm
Okay.
just asking
So
you a
listen,
question.
are you gonna perform these tests? Yes or no?
Do I legally have
I
to?
already
Am I
answered that
legally
question.
obligated?
I
Am
already answered
I
that question.
legally obligated? Yes or no?
I already answered that question. You don't recall what I asked?
Am I legally obligated? Yes or no?
I'm asking you. if
You
want-
did not answer me clearly.
I
Am I legally
I already
obligated?
told you, ma'am. You don't have to perform these tests. It's ultimately your choice. But what you're proving right now is you're not safe to drive.
I
What
am
I've
safe
seen,
to drive.
What I've seen with your driving behavior, what I've seen with
Because I was under the speed limit? That's unsafe?
Okay, obviously
wasn't
you don't
speeding.
recall what I said then. Okay, we're gonna argue. Okay.
By this point, the woman seemed to think she was too good to be arrested after breaking the law, but she was completely wrong.
I'm gonna ask you again, sir. Are there
So look,
legal ramifications
I'm
if
gonna
I
give you the
say no?
instructions. If you want to, refuse the test, you can. Okay, look.
Are there
It'll look like
legal ramifications if I refuse?
Well, ultimately, man, what you're trying to do is you're arguing with me. It's silly.
No,
You're
sir.
a nurse.
I'm asking you a
You know
question.
all the medical terms that you're throwing out here, okay? I'm still smelling alcohol. It's very strong. Your balance is unsteady.
I
You
have
blood
type
clot,
1
water,
diabetes.
We're not going to argue with this.
You can say
okay?
that's
So are you going to
alcoholic
perform
if
this
you
test,
want
yes
to.
or no?
I'm asking you if there are legal ramifications if I don't.
I can't force you to do this test. I just said that.
Are there legal ramifications if I
So
don't?
ultimately, if you are showing that you're unsafe to drive, then you're going to get arrested for DWI.
I'm not unsafe to drive.
And that's your own opinion, right?
And so it's your opinion against mine.
It is.
Are there legal ramifications if I make a phone call
I already
before
told
I
you you're not
take
making
these
a phone
tests?
call. This is a
Yes,
traffic
you
stop
sound like a
for
drunk
safety
fuck.
concern, okay? So are you going to perform this test, yes or no, ma'am?
What are the legal ramifications if I don't?
You just fucking told you, bitch. You're going to jail.
In front of my uniform, please.
That's not an
Go and turn
argument.
around.
It's a question,
Go and turn
sir.
around, please.
Is your lapel camera
Yes,
on?
it is. Go and turn around.
What are you?
You're going to jail, ma'am.
For what?
You want to be silly and argue with me?
For what?
You're going to jail for DWI.
For what? I'm not drinking though.
Okay.
And you don't have any physical proof.
Well, you're going to have an opportunity to prove that. I'm going to give you an opportunity to provide a breast sample. Go and walk over here for me, please, ma'am. Time is 12:36. You are being arrested for DWI at this time.
I didn't drink and drive.
Do you have anything on your person that's going to hopefully harm you in any way? Okay, what I'm going to utilize is the back of my hand. I'm going to go down the side of your breast. I'm also going to go underneath
Oh,
your breast.
fuck.
Touch it upward towards the direction I'm standing.
I don't understand. You're touching my boobs. Stop it. This is not okay. Stop touching my boobs.
Want to do me a favor? Can you open your mouth, please?
No.
Do you have anything in your mouth that you're hiding?
I have gum.
Can you spit your gum out to your right, please? Do you have anything else other than your teeth and your gums?
No.
Can you open your mouth, please? Thank you. 12:37. Go walk to the rear of my vehicle, please.
What are you doing?
You're going to jail, ma'am. I already told you that.
What? No, what are you arresting me for? Stop! You didn't have anything to arrest me for! Ow!
Have a seat.
You just hit my head!
Have a seat, please, ma'am.
No, I need you to tell me.
Have a
You
seat.
didn't even read me Miranda rights. What are you doing?
You're being silly. That's what you're doing, ma'am.
My dad's a cop. What are you doing?
You should behave a little bit better.
I didn't do anything. I just stood there and asked you a question, you psycho.
When she realized she was going to jail, she did everything she could to get out of it, even trying to annoy the cop out of his mind.
So, ma'am, listen. I explained to you. I have to read you this card. It's going to give you details on what is going on right now. Okay? If you could just, hold back a little bit and ask the questions there at the end. Okay? I'll answer any questions you need. Okay? So listen to me.
Finally, you're gonna answer my questions.
Well, we're face to face now, ma'am. We're off the side of the road. You know what I mean?
Okay, so nothing matters before this? When I ask you questions, you can just say, oh, I don't want to answer that. I'm gonna arrest you?
Okay, ma'am. See, there we go again. This is where we, got into the battle on the side of the road. Okay?
But there was no battle. I was
Listen.
asking you questions
Listen to
I
me.
feel like I
I'm
have a
about to
right
tell you
to
something
answer
important.
to.
You are under arrest for driving while under the influence of intoxicating liquor and or DWI. Do you agree to take our test? Yes or no? And it's a breath test that I'm asking for.
I'm sorry. Am I required
To begin, okay?
It's based on the standard 32
What
piece
I'm
ball
going to do
design.
is I'm going
The
to
cells are made of
demonstrate
three smaller
for
ships.
you and give you the instructions first.
My head hurts, but I'm good.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
What happened?
I was looking at the flight right here, and then the light turned green. I go, right?
To make a left?
Yeah, to make a left, and then she comes in. She ran the red light. The red light was solid. It was solid for like 2 seconds.
Glad you're okay, man. We've got double airbag deployment, knees and steering wheel. Bad luck with this car. It's our lucky day. This gentleman right here actually had his dash cam active and saw the whole thing go down.
Okay, so your first car is the light. You're sitting there at the red.
Yep.
Light turns green. How long was it green before you started going?
Like 2
That
seconds.
one.
Okay. Yeah. And then I got a recording of her saying that she ran the red light too.
There was an Uber driver in the area too. He's got the dash cam footage of it. He had to go pick up
Still
his
here?
wife.
Oh, yeah.
I have his phone number in his
Yeah, you can give me the phone number. I'll call him.
car is totaled for sure this time. Are you okay?
I'm in a couple bands. I play drums.
Really? You play drums? Whoa. Well, I mean, it's been a while since we've done this, but you guys think we should have a Mexican drum off here tonight? All right, well, Josh, you're about to have the time of your life.
Tony, I don't think art should be a competition. I just want an opportunity to jam with the band. Can we change it up a little
Jesus Christ. God.
Way to ruin the whole
Take your
mood.
New York liberal f***y bullshit back with you. I don't think art should be a competition. Jesus Christ. Virtue signaling on this show. How dare you, sir? Or ma'am, or whatever the f*** you are.
I'm in a couple bands. I play drums.
Really? You play drums? Whoa. Well, I mean, it's been a while since we've done this, but you guys think we should have a Mexican drum off here tonight? All right, well, Josh, you're about to have the time of your life.
Tony, I don't think art should be a competition.
Put that down.
Wait, you coming in my house?
Okay, well, I'm the police, so put the gun down.
On October 27, 2022, at approximately 4:39 a.m., police were dispatched to a home in Georgia after the victim, Darius McLean, made this 911 call.
I'm trying to leave, but I'm being held here against my will.
Who's the person keeping you from leaving?
Give me 1 second.
Don't be in my house, locking doors, and talking about the negative way in line. Stop it.
Upon arrival at the scene, the officers first encountered Darius and initiated a conversation with him to understand what had occurred.
She asked me to go get her a bottle of wine. He said, sure. So I did. Had her a bottle of wine by myself with a Coors Light or something.
Okay.
Then I was playing music.
Okay.
She didn't like the music I was playing. So she asked me to turn it off.
Is that what got it all started? Was the music?
Yeah.
Okay.
So she asked me to turn it off. I turned it off. Then she just loses it. And I was like, okay. So, word, and after the other, all I wanted to do, I even told her this. I said, I do not want to stay here. I want to go home. I'll grab my dog, I'll grab my stuff, and I will go home.
Where's she home?
In Tucker.
Okay.
She goes, no, you ain't going nowhere. If you're going to leave, I'm going to have you leave in the morning. And I was like, but I want to leave now.
Okay, did she say why she wanted to hold you here?
No, she didn't say. And only because she's my mom, I fell back. I'm like, all right, fine. I don't want any type of confrontation. But the longer I stayed there, the worse it got.
Okay.
She done. I'm trying to grab up off the floor. She over kicking me, knocking me down and shit like that. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
what was going on right before you walked out into the hallway? Because I had come into the hallway trying to figure out which way to go at the apartment. Which way to follow the numbers, and I heard thumping and bumping and some loud talking.
That was her.
What was the thumping?
Her pushing me around. And the only thing I was trying to do was just get my stuff and leave.
Okay.
So now that she's talking a whole different game. I never held him here. He could go home now. I tried to go home 2 hours ago. Like 2 hours ago.
Okay.
So, and like also on the phone, I was like, she's talking a whole different game now. Before I called you guys, she was like, no, you ain't going nowhere. No, damn that. You ain't going nowhere. If you're going to go home, it's going to be in the morning. And I was like, but I don't want to go home in the morning. I want to go home now.
This is your mother?
Yeah, this is my mom.
Okay. You got your ID with you?
I actually, this is my wallet.
I know you had a handful of stuff, so if worst case, this officer's name
I lost my ID, but I do have a picture of it.
Perfect.
Yeah. I do have a picture of it.
You hurt, man? You need an ambulance or anything?
No, sir.
Okay.
Who else is in the apartment?
It's up to me or her.
You show me out with the subject.
You two and the dog?
Yeah.
Standard, Court, and Finley.
40, I'm clear.
Alright, Mr. McLean, what's your phone number?
You already stolen me. I'm gonna pull that one just in case. I can get some back. Whatever you got in your hand is stalling me.
Chili. I'm gonna go with.
Is this your car?
Yeah, this my car right here. Open the trunk.
I'm clear.
Mother.
Is just your mom in the apartment?
Yeah. Yeah.
So why? So what was the context? Why were you over here?
I came over here. I need a new pair of glasses. I can't drive at nighttime because I can't see. So I work from home. So I basically came over here to work up till I got my glasses. So now that I have my glasses, I was basically staying over here just so I could be nice. You know, this is my mom. We barely see each other like that. So, you know.
I already know what you're going for.
I'll leave on the weekend. But then she asked me to get her a bottle of wine. And it just caught hell from there. And she said that I was disrespectful or because the music I was playing. And I was like, you asked me to turn it off. And I did. So what's the issue? Like, I'm still confused. Like, you asked me to turn it off, and I did. I don't know how it got to this level. I really genuinely feel it was. So the only way I can handle that is for me to leave. She didn't want me to leave. So I had to sneak to go to the bathroom and call the cops. And we on the phone, heard her at the door, banging the door. Let me in, let me in. Don't be locking no doors in my house, banging. Like, he heard all of this commotion going on. And
fuck.
As soon as he hop on the phone, he should go, oh, he could leave right now. He could leave right now. And I was like, I was trying to do that 2 hours ago.
What's the apartment number? Do we need a fob to get in these doors or what?
You
oh no.
walk right in, pull, and go through the door by the stairs, and hang it right.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
I'll go chat with her.
Just to the left.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, to the left from here. I went through that door back there.
Okay.
4455 and that's a vehicle is at McGinnis Ferry and Technology Circle.
I'm clear. I'm gonna give him a courtesy ride to that location.
Hello, police. Hey, you Angelette?
Come on in. You're coming in because this is embarrassing.
Okay, well, can you step out from behind the door so I can make sure you're not hiding anything from behind? Put that down.
But wait, you coming in my house. Calm down.
Okay, well, I'm the police, so put the gun down.
Okay, but I'm entitled to have my gun.
Okay.
Don't come in here with no riffing and reffing. It's in my house.
Okay. What's going on?
I don't know. You tell me. You knocking on the door. I ain't call you.
I'm here to ask what's going
Well,
on.
come over here, please. I don't want nobody here near my door. I don't know if you understand. This is an older senior citizen place.
Okay.
This is embarrassing. I did not call you, so you cannot ask me what's going on.
I can't ask you what's going
Well,
on.
I don't know. I'm not telling you I don't know.
Okay, so you don't want to talk to me?
No, what I'm saying is I don't know. I did not call you. If I called you, I would have something to say.
Was there an altercation with your son?
No.
Was there a verbal altercation? Was there a physical altercation?
No.
What's going on?
What did he say? Sir, I don't know. What did he say? You asking me something that maybe he called you about? I don't know.
I'm just asking you what happened, that's
And I'm
all.
telling you, I don't know.
So you don't know what happened between you and your
Do you really lose signal or are you surrendering?
He's 31 years old. I've been raising him. I know he got a new girlfriend.
Oh, you surrendered. Got it.
Home to her, so I don't know. You have to ask him. You asking me a question that I
Motherfucker robbed me of my goddamn points.
He's giving us a side of the story. I'm asking about your side of the story.
I don't know what the story is. You're asking me. I don't know about a story. This is the thing. I don't know.
So your son wasn't in here earlier?
I said he was here, and I think he wanted to go with his girlfriend.
Okay.
And that's all I know.
Was there a physical altercation between
No, my
you
son
two?
and I don't have physical altercations.
Were y'all arguing? Or I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
He was in the bath. He went to the bathroom. And then I couldn't find out, he was on the phone with somebody at 911. That's all I know.
Gotcha.
He was supposed to leave in the morning with the dog. He said he would leave in the morning. And then all of a sudden, he said, I thought he was going to the bathroom, but he did not use the bathroom. The couch, I was on the couch. That's right. If there was an altercation, this place would be upside down.
Sure.
And there wasn't. He got, My son has a problem communicating.
Gotcha.
If he wanted to leave, he should have said he wanted to leave.
Gotcha.
I found out on the phone. And I say, you know what? Is that you want to leave? Then go ahead, get your stuff and leave. And he went out the door with a different police officer. I don't know if it was you. And then that's it. Like, I don't know. He has a problem communicating.
Gotcha.
He thinks he's hurting his mom.
I just wanted to make sure you weren't her. I wanted to make sure.
In my house. Oh, you want to see him because he left the dog medication? You know, this is dog medication.
So I'm gonna put this away. I don't like you walking around close to this gun with me.
I get it.
And the reason I was a little frustrated is because you were hiding behind the door with a gun. I announced myself as police.
I didn't know who was knocking on the door.
Okay, I got you.
So
Okay.
This is my home. I have the right to protect my home.
Angela, can we move past that?
Oh, you know my name?
Yes, I do. Okay, so.
Yeah, it's not enough to talk about. As far as I'm concerned, I'm here to answer the question, but there's nothing else. My son.
So why would he be so upset to call the police? That's what I want to know.
Listen, let me tell you something. And I don't like to say this about my child, but it's hard for him to communicate. I don't want to say he has ADD. I don't like to say all that stuff.
Right.
It's hard for my son to communicate. He has a new girlfriend in his life, his first girlfriend. And he's excited. My son didn't have glasses, so he had to stay here. So he would use my internet to work for my. He just got his glasses that I got for him. Once he got his glasses, he wanted to. Well, actually, I have my mask on. I don't play school stuff, but once he got his glasses, he wanted to leave now and go back to his girlfriend.
Gotcha.
And he didn't know how to communicate that.
Okay.
He didn't know how to communicate that. So he's thinking I'm going to get upset. Listen, you're a grown man.
Right.
So he figured if he, I said to him, don't leave tonight. When he went, I said, don't, because the dog was sleeping. I said, at least wait in the morning, because he don't have to go to work till 3 p.m.
Gotcha.
I said, don't take Vita this late at night.
Right.
Wait till the morning and leave. It's 4-something in the morning. And that's it. He doesn't know how to communicate.
Gotcha.
And then once, I thought he was talking to his girlfriend on the phone. And then I muted the television, and once I heard the conversation, I thought he was in there talking to his girlfriend. And I said, excuse me, if you want to go, you can go. Because then I heard him saying stuff like, she. Well, he mentioned it before, because the dog is on the baby medication. And I love it. I feel like
Your son is. I've been talking to him. Does he have the dog with him?
Yeah.
So can I take him the medication?
If you want to see him?
See what?
My son.
I already know where your son is. I've been talking to him.
Where is he?
He's outside in the parking lot.
You notice he had a dog.
I don't know. I don't know if he put the dog in his car or what. I'm not fibbing to you at all. I didn't see a dog out there. That doesn't mean he has a dog or not.
Feel free to take the medication.
You're the one that's fibbing to me. I'm asking you if anything happened. You're giving me the runaround. You're telling me you don't know anything about a story. So tell me, answer me this straight. Did a physical altercation happen or did a verbal altercation happen?
Let's have a discussion, but please lower your voice in my house.
Okay, well you're not going to come in here and tell me I'm a liar. Okay, you're not going to tell me I'm a liar. You said I was fibbing.
Okay, I didn't say a liar. Liar and fibbing are two different things. Fallacy. They're all two different things, but they mean the same thing.
Oh man.
Okay.
This is what happens when you put fluoride in the water. It dumbs down everybody.
What did I say? Do I look like I've been fighting my son? Look at me.
I'm just asking a question.
If that's him, let's bring him in.
It's a yes or no question.
I said that to you already.
Okay.
You answered me the same question.
Okay.
This is so embarrassing. Okay. Let me put a mask on. This is. Alright, sir. Did you close it all the way? Because this is humiliating. I have neighbors. How may I help you guys?
Well, I'm just trying to figure out what happened, the way the call came out, and I'm not gonna lie, when I came out of the hallway, it's pretty easy to pick out which apartments. I heard yelling and thumping and bumping.
Because by then I realized, I thought he was talking to his girlfriend. I thought he was in there talking to his girlfriend. When I realized, no, I didn't realize. I thought he was talking to his girlfriend, so I went in there to go, hey, what are you saying to people? When I realized it was 911 on his phone, guess what? You can get your stuff and you can go. So that's probably what you heard. Because are you telling these people, I'm trying to keep you what I wanted.
Well, I heard like the sound of thumping and bumping right around here.
No, that was the dog. That was Vita. That was dog. Her tail hit the dog. You could see paws and everything. So that was probably the dog. What I wanted He just got his
So
glasses.
there's a gun in the corner.
Yeah, he couldn't drive. He can't drive at night. His glasses broke.
Right.
So he's been staying here, and he said, "Mom, I need glasses. I paid for his glasses." And he got the glasses. So I said, "Go home in the morning with Vita, because my son could barely take care of himself. I wanted the baby to get the medication, because I had the medication. Vita has been here with me all this time.
The medication for the dog?
Yes.
Okay, I got it.
Eardrops and an antibiotic.
Okay.
That's all I was saying to him. I was like, just stay for the night so I can make sure Vita she takes her last medication. I realized it was 911. You know what? That's all I wanted. I didn't know you having a fit to where you calling 911. When I thought he was in there with his talking to his girlfriend. When I realized it was 911, you know what? You come out, take your dog, y'all go.
Why would he be calling 911? That doesn't make sense.
Because
what you're saying is not making sense.
I wanted him to stay. I thought he was trying to go with his girlfriend. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Man, just stay. Just stay for the night. Leave in the morning, because he can't hardly see at night. That's why he just got the glass. He just got some new glasses. I'm just being a mom. I want to make sure the dog take the medication. There was no altercation. He in the bathroom. What you heard with the door thumping, once I realized he's escalating in this thing, come out. Unfortunately, take your dog. He left all his other stuff, because he's been here for, you want to see his, he's been here for over a week with the dog.
Yeah, he's been here since like middle of October.
Yeah. And since he just got his glasses, now he wants to dismiss mom and all that mom has done, and he wants to leave. But fine, we agreed in the morning. Just let Vita get her last prescription, because he hasn't been giving the baby the medication. Just give her the last prescription in the morning, and I don't know where he got scheduled with his girlfriend, but he lost his mind now. I got to go now. It's 4 in the morning. Let the baby sleep. She's on medication. She went to the vet today.
Oh, I fucking lost this one.
She's still scratching her ears. She's not well.
Okay.
Even though he said he'd been for October, you know what? He left. He just got.
How are you finding powering this bitch up?
Sunday to get baptized, and then he came back. He's supposed to take the baby. He took the baby with him. He had the medication. He did not give her the medication. When he brought it back, everything was still in the bottle, and he said, "Oh, I'm sorry." I hope that's it. Oh Lord, y'all kidding me.
Well, you caught us a shift change.
Yeah, come on, I'm sorry. I just don't want the neighbors. This is an embarrassing situation for me. Can you close it all the way, please? Because I don't want. Thank you so much. What more do y'all need to know?
We're just trying to get your side of the story, that's all.
It's not really a story. It's my son. He want to leave. He want to go with his girlfriend. I didn't want him to leave because the dog is sick. The dog medication. He left without the medication. I just wanted Vita, the dog, to stay for one more day. He been working from here the past like a week and a half. Man, he just got his glasses. So now he want to get his glasses and he want to run. And since mama, who been taking care of him for 31 years, just stay here for one more day. He couldn't even do that. He got the glasses today. I can get the lens plastic bag. It's around here somewhere.
It's all right. It's okay.
Yeah, that's all. And he doesn't know how to communicate to me. Mom, I'm 31. I want to leave. I'll be responsible. I found him in the bathroom when I mute the TV, and I heard she. But I thought he was talking to his girlfriend. But it was too much she. You remember telling your girlfriend, you're putting too much on your mama. You're not telling the truth. I go in there on the phone, I see 911. I had no idea you did. It wasn't that serious. You could have taken the dog.
You a motherfucking bitch.
He's going to go back to where he lives in Tucker, Georgia. I'm in Georgia.
Fuck it, I'm gonna hit you for 12.
You think I would call confrontation here?
Boom.
I've been here for 13 years in George Creek.
The fuck can you still block my shit?
Take care of my child. But now he fell in love. If you want to go, you could have really stressed that to me. Ma, I really want to go. He doesn't know how to communicate. You call 911? But I found out that the hard way.
Angela, do you have your ID on you by chance?
Of course.
Thank you.
I found out the hard way.
And are you good if I give him the dog's medication when I walk out?
Please do. I want the baby to be taken care of.
Alrighty, thank you.
This is so embarrassing.
Well, we're trying to make it to where it's not that way. I know it's tough, but we got to come out when we get called. I know you didn't call us. I wanted to get your side, that's all.
I'm post certified. I want you to know this. When I moved here, I saw that Lee Armadale, and then I was State Trooper. Okay, I'm post certified. And this here, he better believe I'm done. So if you could relay the message, his mama done. Cause this here, this is not, I'm from New York City. We don't do this. If you fell in love, you could leave if you just would have been transparent and honest.
Right.
This what you do to your mama? I'm done.
Yes, ma'am.
So he gonna find out the hard way. This not what you do to your mama. This is all you got. My son, he can't really function like a normal person. It is. He can do it. It was that case. He can take his clothes that's in his chair. He can take his Bible.
Yep.
He can take his stuff and he can go home where he live in Tucker, Georgia. There's something that I don't have.
What's that?
I want him out of my house. Okay, man. So tell y'all gonna have him out?
We can't just clap our hands and it happens, okay?
I hope so, because y'all coming in here like it could happen.
Give me a monster reborn so I can pull that shit. Come on.
Please don't tell me what to do in my house.
We're trying to.
Hey,
I know I'm really
you're being
upset.
very erratic right
Yeah,
now.
because
Okay?
I
You
have
gotta
the right
relax.
to be. Because when you have a child
I
and
understand
your
that.
child turn their back on you and call the authorities,
Finally figured it
you
out.
don't know what I'm going through until you understand what you will never be a mother. You don't understand what I'm
Well,
going through.
he's getting out of the house right now.
Not
So.
quick enough for me. You did all that phone call.
All we can
y'all
go
can
is as
help
fast
him
as
out.
we can go.
Y'all here, be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem. Here's a big bag, his stuff. Anybody want to help him out? Wait, where I see my stuff? What? I've been crying and my messing up.
Because you're trying to get to your gun so freaking bad right now.
It's 3 men and a female. Okay, can you show it to me? I'm not disrespecting you. No. Let me tell you. What do you tell me more about that? You giving me acronyms.
Sobrieties?
Yeah, sir.
Okay, hold on. I already know that you're hospital. I received this.
No. Let me tell you, I've been crying. That's what you see. You see tears. You do not. Listen, all I'm asking. I'm not disrespecting you. I'm asking you, but you're ignoring me. Where is my gun and my magazine?
As soon as he's gone.
What I'm gonna do with it? Okay, can you show it to me for the?
Why are you trying to get to it so bad if you're not?
No,
You're saying you're not going to do
that's
anything. That's what's making us nervous,
No, it's
okay?
not.
Because you're
Why
trying to
do
get
you-
to your gun so
Let me
freaking
tell you
bad
something.
right
It's
now.
3 men and a female. Can I see the gun in the magazine?
Is that all your stuff, bro?
Sir, can you show me the gun in the magazine, please? That's it.
Huh?
You looking for the car.
Okay.
No, what am I going to do? Look at me and look at you guys.
The fact that we're arguing with such a simple.
Is this a dog's medication?
All I want to see is my magazine.
I've seen that quite.
Sir, they're not giving it to him. I want him.
What else you got?
He don't have. No, you trying to. They're focus shit on.
You sure you'll have in the back?
Can you give him my gun? And no. But yeah, for your sake,
All good, bro?
Because this is all being taught. You got a color? What's your dash number? Can you give me your dash?
Dude.
You see what I mean?
Okay, this is going to be the case number. We're going to write up a disturbance report. It's not good or bad. It's not. Nobody's getting charges or anything right now. It's going to detail what you said. It's going to detail what she said. Okay.
So you see what I'm talking about there. So,
Alright, we good?
Good.
There, so you good?
He says he's good.
Do not come out.
Just go. I just want you to leave.
Okay. Do not come out.
Don't tell me what to do. Just leave. Just get out of my house. Get out of my house. Get out of my house. I'm scared of you. Come here, sir. Can y'all get out of here?
Man, this is a hallway.
You have no authority. You have no authority over this area.
Leave.
No.
She's drunk. Let's go. I'm alright.
Due to conflicting statements and the absence of independent witnesses, the officers did not find probable cause to charge either party with a crime, resulting
about a gravesite being here? Well, the dog actually alerted to it right there, where it's laid up against the tree.
Right here, you see this? There's 3 big. Looks brothers.
He's a bad person.
In what way?
Every way I know.
I'm actually glad he needs to die in jail with all that he's done.
Why didn't he want you to leave with your dad?
When 56-year-old James Jim T. Whitaker suddenly vanished, police believed their biggest concern would be unraveling the truth of what happened to him. But as they dove deeper into the investigation, they soon uncovered that this was just the beginning of a twisted case. Jim's disappearance would prove to be the catalyst in exposing a sickening secret that had been kept hidden for years.
Let me see. That's something. Oh, it appears to be a skull cap. Huh? Yeah.
It all began on the afternoon of July 25th, 2020, when sheriff's deputies in Hocking County, Ohio, responded to reports of gunshots in a residential neighborhood.
There's nothing more powerful than you, making your thing happen. Really going for.
How we doing?
All right.
We shot guns. 40.
Oh, I'm fucked up.
On the road. Well, she said you got a horseshoe.
I shot things.
Shooting at 22.
The deputies were greeted by 18-year-old Melody Dixon and her father, 40-year-old Michael, or Mike as he was most often known. While Mike had been staying at his friend James Jim Whitaker's property for about 2 years, Melody had moved in about 4 months ago. While nothing may have seemed amiss with the father and daughter initially, police would likely look back at this interaction with concern later.
What'd you shoot in it? What kind of ammo?
Oh, hold on.
Okay. That'd be terrific.
There was something far more alarming going on at this house than disruptive shooting. However, with the residents being so cooperative, the deputies had no reason to think that anything was amiss. They would soon realize just how wrong they were.
Was you shooting anything else?
That and the 22.
Okay. We had
I only shot that once, and I can show you where it hits a tree.
Okay.
Because I know they go far. It's like shooting rifles, well, the new ones.
Well, it's no big deal. We had somebody that fired a gun and it struck a windshield. Nobody got hurt or anything like that.
The father and daughter were let off with a warning, and the deputies departed. Just a few short hours later, though, another deputy would be back at the same property under vastly different circumstances. Jim's family had called the police to report him missing.
This is my dad's property, Jim Whitaker.
Okay.
We haven't been able to communicate with him for 20-some days. He's not in his house.
I think something's happened to him.
There was other people in here when we got here. They left about as soon as we got here. They didn't give us no answers on where he was.
The thing is, I know my son.
He's never done this. 56 years old. He's never just disappeared.
Right.
Jim's mother said she'd last talked to him at the beginning of the month, around the 4th of July. They frequently spoke and had made plans to check in with each other the next day. But Jim never answered the phone again. While it was clear Jim was missing, police were likely alarmed to see that Mike and Melody had also vanished. The nature of their relationship, along with the reason they decided to suddenly depart, raised more than a few questions. Jim's family had actually seen Mike acting suspiciously earlier, just after the deputies who responded to the reports of gunshots left.
He had a 50-pound bag of dog food in one hand, a live dog, a chainsaw, and reached over and grabbed 5 arrows off of that thing that's out there and a pair of gloves.
Those were not the only items missing from the house. Some of Jim's things were missing too, including a firearm, a crossbow, and 2 TVs.
It's possible that he just took his personal possessions right here in this area.
It's very unlikely. He has struggled to keep this house
I'm just saying it's
years.
a possibility.
It's a possibility.
Okay.
But he would have done that when my mom died, not now, just all of a sudden.
Okay.
Still trying to figure out exactly when Jim went missing, police also spoke with his friend Keith. While he provided interesting information, the story got even more bizarre. Keith claimed that Mike had showed him a strange note, allegedly written by Jim back on July 12th, 13 days earlier.
Mike came out. We were fiddling with something in the garage. Mike was fixing something, and I was sitting there fiddling with it. He came in the house, and then he come back out, and he's like, I just found this in Melody's stuff. And it sounded like an odd profession love to Mike's and his daughter, that girl Melody / notes.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
you know,
Very weird.
It was signed Jimbo. I didn't think Jimmy ever signed his name Jimbo. You know.
Additionally, the handwriting didn't appear to match Jim's penmanship, and his mother and daughter both said the way it was written didn't sound like Jim at all. While they didn't know it just yet, this note would end up being a huge clue, helping to explain what exactly had happened to Jim.
You want to play? Let's play. Excusez-moi. I know how to make an entrance. Time to say goodbye.
You a fucking bitch.
As well, the timing of the note meant that Jim could have been missing for weeks at this point. It was clear that something wasn't right. Unfortunately, the most likely sources of answers were Mike and his daughter Melody, and they were nowhere to be found. The next day, several deputies and detectives from the sheriff's office returned with a warrant to Jim's property to conduct another search. What they uncovered made their hunt for Mike and Melody even more urgent.
What's in the basement?
That's where Michael was staying at. Just a bunch of crap. I would definitely wear gloves.
Wear what?
I'd definitely wear gloves. It's dirty.
Who kicked in the door? I'm just trying to determine what was like it and what was new, that type of thing.
But that door has never been locked. Never, ever.
So
Mike can put that on there.
Do you know why?
No, I have no idea why.
When the officers entered the basement and saw the conditions, they quickly realized that this would not be an easy search. One thing, however, likely stood out to them right away. Mike and Melody were both supposedly living here, but there was only one bed. While this was clearly concerning, it was only the tip of the disturbing iceberg when it came to Mike and Melody.
Smells like feet. I think my smell quit. What? So I think I quit smelling a while ago. No blondies. The camo bag? No, I saw the camo bag I flipped.
You had the light on.
Like blood.
Right there. See the glove?
I was looking at that bag right there.
Right here. You see this? There's three big. It looks bloodish. There's four, actually.
Faced with the inhospitable state of the basement, the officers went back upstairs to regroup. Eventually, they decided to call out a K-9 search unit to go over the entire property, inside and out.
All right, let's collect that stuff in the basement real quick, or I'll send her downstairs. Station 1. You're going home and taking a bath? Yes.
The dog didn't alert upstairs or downstairs in the house, not even for the presumed drops of blood on the camouflage print bag found in the basement. A second dog was brought in to double-check and delivered the same result. While this may have seemed promising when considering Jim's fate, it wouldn't for long. The investigators swabbed the item and took it as evidence just in case, before expanding the search to the great outdoors.
Nothing? How close does he have to be, depending on...
Usually within about 4 to 6 feet, he'll alert.
Okay.
While following the dog, one of the detectives came across what appeared to be a tombstone. Here, the canine alerted, which it was trained to do only if it detected the smell of human remains. Before they could start digging, Jim's daughter returned to the scene. What she said dashed any hope of finding clues near the headstone.
Do you know anything about a gravesite being here? Not your dad's, but there's a World War I.
Oh, no. That's just okay, so here's what happened. That got, me and my mom actually got that from, that's part of her family, and they replaced the stone, and they allowed us to take that one. There's no grave to it.
Oh.
It's just a stone. Yep, it's just a stone.
Well, the dog actually alerted to it right there, where it's laid up against the tree.
They theorized that the headstone had absorbed some of the scent of human remains from the cemetery where it came from, resulting in a false alert. While it was good news that they hadn't found a body, it was also troubling because they still had no leads about what happened to Jim. Only later would they realize they had overlooked a crucial source of evidence. Still, a promising lead turned up. On a property just a few miles down the road, the investigator stopped by to chat with a man named Kenny who knew both Mike and Jim.
Sheriff's Office, how are you? Look for Mike.
Huh?
Michael Dixon.
What about him?
Looking for him.
He ain't seen him for a couple days.
Sure about that?
Positive.
All right, well, because his car's right there.
I know it is.
Yeah. So let's not do something silly if you're not telling the truth.
Oh, I'm telling the truth.
Okay, so when did he drop his car off?
I guess last night, but I wasn't here. My girlfriend was here then.
Okay, can I get a look at it?
Oh, I don't care.
All right.
Apparently, Mike left his car behind because it was leaking transmission fluid. However, that was the only explanation he offered before taking off again. When looking through the back window, the deputies could see the chainsaw Jim's daughter said Mike took from the house. Mike's mom and stepdad, Denise and Frank Specie, lived just down the street from where Mike had left his car. When they headed over to the Specie house, the investigators found not only what they were looking for, but also would soon discover that multiple members of the Dixon family were hiding things, even if some of them didn't know it.
Mike? Mike, there's a Fairfield County's got a warrant for you. You can take that there. Okay? Why don't you take a couple hits off that cigarette?
Or you just can't hang it in your mouth, keep smoking it if you want. That'll help you out. Is your dad here? Okay. Is there anybody else here or just your dad?
Dad, my daughter.
Okay.
The detectives placed Mike under arrest on a pre-existing traffic warrant, but that wasn't what they really wanted to talk to him about. They made him aware of his Miranda rights before getting to the heart of the matter.
You want to talk to me about what's been going on at Jim's house?
They say that his daughter come down a few days ago and said that I had to get out of the house. He's been gone, I think, since the 5th. And his daughter comes saying, "Oh, I was getting rid of his stuff. I didn't get rid of nothing of his. He was like a dad to me."
So what do you think has happened to Jim?
I'm hoping nothing. I'm hoping he just took off, but I don't know why.
Further up the driveway, other detectives spoke with 18-year-old Melody.
Did James say where he was going or anything?
No. He didn't really say where he was going. He was just...
What happened to some of his stuff?
What do you mean?
Like his guns, his TV set, all that.
Well, the gun was been missing. And I don't know about the TV.
Unfortunately for Melody, Kenny and his son Jeff, who owned the property where Mike left his car, told the detectives otherwise.
Mike Dixon, did he sell you a TV or trade a TV?
Yeah.
The other missing TV was purchased by Kenny. This was just the tip of the iceberg when it came to Melody's secrets, and they only became more troubling from here. The investigators continued to press her, hopeful that she would slip up again.
Do you think that something's happened to Jim?
I think he just took off because that's what he's been talking about for a while.
Where would he go?
Well, he told me and Dad, he was like, "I'm just gonna not be here long ago, and you guys can keep this place because my family don't give a goddamn about me or whatever." So.
You think something's happened to him?
I don't really know because last time I seen him was 4th, 5th.
Melody was talking to police on the 27th, meaning that Jim had been missing for around 23 days at this point. Melody said that prior to living with Jim and her father, Mike, she'd been in foster care and was specifically not supposed to be in contact with her father. The reason for this was stomach churning, as investigators would find out. But for now, police focused on what they knew and the note Jim supposedly left.
Did you and Jim have a relationship? No?
He wanted one.
You wanted one?
And then when I told him no, he went berserk, and that's what that letter was about.
This topic would come up again later. Currently, the detectives probably noticed that despite the dire situation, Melody's priority was clearly not the missing Jim, but her father, Mike.
Is he going to jail? Mike?
This is the warrant for you.
Mike was transported to the sheriff's office, where the detectives continued to question him about Jim's whereabouts.
But Jim had talked about in the past. Was there anything to indicate that he was going to, that his depression had reached a limit on that day?
I didn't think so.
Didn't think so? But I mean, if he was going to basically...
That's again. I don't think I'll be able to do it, though.
TV.
Yeah.
While they'd already found the TVs Mike sold to Kenny and Jeff, investigators also tracked down more of Jim's missing property. A firearm matching the description of Jim's favorite rifle was sold on July 6th to an acquaintance of Mike's named Tommy, but he resold it 2 days later. Investigators were able to track it down and collected it as evidence. When chatting with the detectives, Tommy revealed more than just the location of the rifle. He also shared some concerning information about Jim and Mike's odd relationship.
Because, see, Michael beat the shit out of that old man a bunch. Like, yeah, they got in a fight a lot, man. That old man would get high on meth, because that old man was a meth head. And he'd get high on meth and stuff, and him and Michael would get into it, hot and heavy. I mean, he blacked Michael's eyes, and Michael blacked his eyes, too. I mean, it was like they was two fighting married couple. I swear to God, that's what you thought.
The next day, when the deputies returned to ask Tommy a few follow-up questions, he had something else to add, this time sharing what Mike had apparently told him about his daughter, Melody, and Jim.
He had said that he had caught his daughter and him in bed. I asked him. That's on my kids asked him right in my living room 2 days before you guys.
That's a dumbass move. Why don't you fucking...
His exact reaction when I asked him, he was like, "No, man, I didn't do it like that." Like, eating, like, how you put that? You know, when somebody's being sarcastic, like, you know, like you can see in their voice and hear that, you know, he knows more than what he was saying.
Everything Tommy shared was concerning, and investigators' suspicions only increased when they spoke to some of Jim's neighbors.
He mentioned that he was going to kill Jimmy, I don't know how many times.
So several times.
And this was even before Melody showed up down here. Because they get in fights, and they throw shit at each other. They get in fights, and the next thing you hear is a couple gunshots, and you have to wonder, okay, did somebody shoot somebody this time, really, for real?
At the sheriff's office, the investigators shared similar concerns with Mike.
I guess what makes it look strange for you, Mike, is that you guys continued to live there and never let anybody know that Jim was missing. I mean, why not call the sheriff's office and say, "Hey, this guy's left, the TV's missing, his gun's missing, and I haven't seen him for a few days." Even though I understand Jim's an adult, but why didn't you go and call us?
I don't know. I should have when I was going to. I asked a few people what they thought, and they said, "Oh no, Jim might be doing something he don't want the cops to know about." I should have called you.
And then Mike made a mistake.
Nah, I cared about Jim a lot, I did. But I mean, I'm not funny, but he was like my uncle.
Alarmingly, Mike used the past tense when referring to Jim. It only got worse from there. Mike soon confessed to something so horrendous that not only was he placed under arrest, but detectives returned to the Specie residence to bring Melody in for an interview of her own.
How are you?
Good. Yeah.
Okay. Melody, I'd like to take you down to Louisville and talk with you about your dad. Okay? You okay to go? You're not under arrest. You're not under arrest or anything like that. We want to go down and just have a conversation with you in a nice private area.
Melody agreed to go back to the station. Once they got there, the detectives made her aware of her Miranda rights before finally getting down to business.
And what I would like for you to do is talk with us about the incident that occurred with Mr. Whitaker, about what your dad has told us. Are you willing to talk to us?
Do you actually have a recording of him saying that?
Sure do.
Could you check like a recording first and then to the
I don't have the video with me.
So I basically have to go out on one right now.
Well,
I don't know if what you're telling me is correct or not.
wouldn't you want the family to have closure? Do you think that James deserves to be laying out?
Not good people, in my opinion.
Pardon?
They're not good people, so why what I want them. They're not good people. None of them are.
So you don't care about James?
No, I don't say. Well, he's a bad person.
In what way?
Every way, in my opinion.
In every way. In what way would that be?
Dad was just trying to protect me.
Why do you say James is a bad person?
Yeah, because we got in front of the house and so Dad had to leave, but it wasn't what I needed to do. And his parents, I tried to see the F out, bro. I had to use the restroom, like really bad, so I went to the one of the steps, so I went to the restroom. And he grabbed me. And I was like, what the heck? And he screamed loud, so he would get that out. And once he go, I was like, well, let me leave then. And I took the whole away from him.
Why didn't he want you to leave with your dad?
Because
The investigators would return to the quandary of why Jim didn't want Melody to leave, and this discussion would reveal what could be the key to understanding this nightmare situation.
So you guys were arguing. I need to hear this, okay? So he has a hold of your wrist?
Yeah, we were on our wrist before me, and then he got me over. And I wasn't thinking, I just went to the back, and then he went out my throat.
He grabbed you by your throat?
And that's when I looked over and saw him. Dad.
This wasn't the full story. Melody was leaving out some of the most chilling pieces, but for now, detectives had no choice but to turn to Mike, who told them a similar story, resulting in his arrest.
Every parent knows when to go into protect mode. That's why Lysol cleans.
Not only that, but he also agreed to go back to the property and reconstruct the crime scene for police.
I told him I was going down the stairs to get my gun, and I went and got my gun.
Come up?
Yep. That's when Melody was coming out of the thing. I could hear them scruffling a little bit.
What were they saying anything to each other?
No, I just heard her kind of like yelling, and supposedly she grabbed like his gun. She said all she remembers is looking down the barrel of it. I heard the safety on this gun click off, and that's when I shot mine.
So James saw that your dad was pointing a gun at him?
Me, not enough reaction time.
He didn't have enough reaction time to do anything? Is that what you're saying?
I was like, not close, not going away.
A couple feet away?
I wasn't close enough that I freaking felt the bullet go by.
I'm right here where I'm standing.
Okay.
And if he would be to come forward towards me a little bit, no, that way, just right there. And if you would have turned if you would have been going to look like, yep, right like that. Right there.
Right there?
Yep, now right just like that, exactly.
And where did you hit him in his body?
Right there where he's pointing towards his eye.
The investigators had now confirmed that Jim was deceased, but the location of his body remained a mystery. The issue of motive would also come into question when police found evidence suggesting that there was something sickening going on behind closed doors.
He only did what he did because of me.
This, as it was later revealed, was probably true, but perhaps not for the reasons Melody was giving.
He wasn't doing it because he's an evil person or whatever.
I understand. He's just trying to protect you.
And I don't think he should get like maximum punishment or whatever, like everyone else is. It's basically, it was my fault that it started.
No, it's not your fault. I wouldn't say that.
Because if I wouldn't have walked those steps, that wasn't fun.
No matter the truth, the gory efforts that followed Jim's death meant that the Dixons were in a heap of trouble.
Did he talk about how he cleans it up?
Just with bleach.
Bleach? Do you know where he bought the bleach from? Was there bleach at the house?
Yeah.
Did you cover up anything over here? Did you clean anything?
Yeah, I cleaned.
Did you clean up on the wall?
A little bit, and then over flatter up, you can kind of like right in that way, you can see stuff.
Where was most of the blood? On the
floor.
It was most on the floor.
Yep.
Was there Was there a puddle?
Down there.
In the process of the cover-up, Mike had also rearranged some of the furniture. Surprisingly, he hadn't done so alone.
The only reason I didn't think much about it is because me and Jimmy were talking about it. And Mike may have even been in the room before Jimmy had not been around.
Not been around?
You know, yeah. Well, we just actually rearranged stuff around and, you know, maybe threw away trash or stuff like that. Nothing was cleaned. Makes me feel crappy or sick to think if Jimmy was around in any way, shape, or form, you know, dead even or whatnot when I was up there.
While Jim's friend Keith was nothing more than an unwitting accomplice, others were far more involved in the case than they let on. Back with Mike, the officers moved the refrigerator into its original position so Mike could continue his reconstruction of the scene.
Where was the gun?
The gun was about where my feet are.
Which way was the gun?
Pointing the barrel towards that.
Use that.
This was it. Say, this is the barrel like that. It was right there.
Was it laying on him?
Right there.
So where's the butt of the gun?
Right there.
That's the butt of the gun.
I took when I come up here, and I took my fingers over that way.
Kicked it out, and then what?
And then I reached down, and like I told you, and seen if he had any pulse.
Okay. And then what'd you do? Where was Melody?
Over there. About where that baseball bat's at.
Once again, Melody filled in more of the missing details.
What kind of clothes did you have on at the time?
My graduation dress.
Graduation dress? What color?
White.
What did you do with it?
Pretty sure my dad burned it because it had stuff on it.
While Melody believed her father burnt the dress, he never admitted to it. When the dress was burned, however, was an entirely different matter. Jim's neighbors provided a little more insight.
We were sitting here just enjoying our 4th of July, and Melody comes walking down the driveway. And she stood there and asked if we had any gas that she could buy from a gas can. And what she was wearing that day, we all noticed that it looked like it had a blood stain on the middle of it.
About that big around.
When examining Jim's financial records, the investigators noticed that his debit card was used at a gas station on the 4th of July. This very well could have been the last place Jim had gone, but they also probably had to wonder if this transaction was made by Melody or Mike using his card. Unfortunately, they never found out, as the gas station footage had already been recorded over. But something else Melody said in interrogation clued the investigators in on who else may have known about the crime, and lied about it as well.
Is your family like Frank, or is he married? Are they supporting you? I mean, are they being nice to you at least?
Me and my grandpa.
Your grandpa?
Frank.
Frank? Okay, that's your grandpa. Okay. Have you tried to talk to him about it so that they understand what you're going through?
I mean, yeah, whenever we can really talk to my grandpa. But the other ones, you can't really trust them.
Mike also revealed that he told his stepdad, Frank, about killing Jim. This was about to be a big problem for Frank, as the police headed back to the Specie house a 3rd time.
With that being told, I want you to understand something. I've already talked to Mike. I've already talked to Melody. They both indicated to me that they talked to you and told you of the involvement of James' death, or Jimmy, if that's what you want to call him. When did he tell you this, and how did he tell you this? Was it right after it occurred, or a day or two afterwards?
So when they come here, I thought he shot at him. I didn't know.
You just said he shot him.
Shot at.
Shot at.
That's all that's the way it was phrased to me.
Okay, and he didn't say, I killed him.
No.
He didn't say,
No.
I buried him, I get rid of the body.
No.
Anything like that.
No. Because that's when I would have gotten a hold of somebody and found out what was going on, because I knew Jimmy years ago.
Did he try to bring a weapon here?
No.
Any kind of gun at all? Handgun, long gun.
Not that I've seen.
Frank was granted a reprieve for now. But when police eventually got to the truth, Frank would be facing some serious consequences. Still, it didn't take long for those consequences to begin. Something else Melody shared had the potential to land the family back in hot water.
What happened to Mike's gun?
I don't know this information because.
Did he give it to Frank?
No. I don't even think he's allowed to have guns in my house because he has on disability or something.
Melody was right. Mike didn't give the firearm to Frank. He gave it to someone else in the family. This meant it was time for a fourth visit to the Specie house.
No, I didn't give my dog. Yes.
What's your name, ma'am?
I'm Tanisha.
You're Tanisha?
No, Denise.
Denise.
Yes.
Oh, I was going to say, Tanisha is an odd name. Different name. What was in the house, Denise?
My husband.
That's
my
Frank.
son.
Is that
John?
John?
John, he's in the shower.
Okay. Can you have Frank come out as well? And I want to talk to you two just for a second, and then get you apprised of what we're doing here.
By this point, Frank likely knew what was coming.
How about this?
Yeah.
Here's what's happening right now. We are here for a search warrant of your residence. Okay?
Officers make everyone come outside so they can speak with them. Mike's mother, Denise, was visibly distraught.
I just found out about this yesterday. I had a phone call.
Well, we've got a lot of explaining to do to you and all that stuff, but like I said, there's a process we have to follow, all right?
She only became more upset when one of the officers tried to read her Miranda rights.
Okay.
I ain't never been through anything like this.
Okay. Listen, this is nothing, this isn't you, you know? Okay?
Okay.
Meanwhile, once Mike's brother John was out of the shower, the deputies took him aside and advised him of his Miranda rights, even though he wasn't under arrest.
Essentially, there's only one question that I really need to ask you.
Gun.
Correct. Where is that gun at?
Get it out of my trunk.
It's in your trunk?
Yes, sir.
You know, the question is Michael brought you the gun.
I bought the gun from my brother before this.
Better hope you got it something over there, motherfucker.
He kept asking me to borrow it. He wanted to go hunting with it. And then he showed back up with it.
Nice try, Grandpa. Nice fucking try.
Yeah. He just showed up with it. Here's your gun back.
The suspected murder weapon was exactly where John said it was. John had something else to share, besides the location of the weapon.
This has been brewing. Jimmy and Michael have been threatening to shoot each other for 2 years.
The reason why things had escalated now, rather than any other time, was nothing short of scandalous.
Did Michael tell you that he shot and killed Jimmy?
No, he did not personally tell me. He did not.
He didn't personally tell you, but did anybody in secondhand tell you?
I am willing to plead the fifth on that.
John chose to plead the fifth. He did not get in any legal trouble. In addition to sorting out who knew what about the crime, police still needed to locate Jim's body and try to work out the true motive for his death. Both tasks would be far
Who the fuck's the Exodia pieces?
For.
What happened then with James' body?
Oh, it's part of Grandpa's day.
I was bored of that. My dad made me go downstairs and go to bed.
So he told you to go downstairs?
Well, he and walked me out downstairs and because I was like shocked. My niece kept screaming my name, but I wouldn't move. He messed me up, grabbed me, and brought me downstairs and like helped me in bed and told me to like stay down here for a little while and I fell asleep.
Mike provided first-hand horrific details of what happened next.
He was right here. I took and I slid his head over this way. I put the sled right here beside him, took and rolled him over, got a hold of the sled, put it here and rolled him over onto it, and rolled him out the door.
The sled Mike used was a deer sled, frequently used by hunters to haul heavy game home. The story only got grislier from there.
So when you woke up,
Was the house, was all the blood and everything cleaned up? It was already gone? So you didn't know where any of that stuff went to?
Yes, he burned it.
Did you ask him, or did he just tell you?
Well, he told me the night before that he was going to go take care of everything and burn it.
You never actually witnessed how the body was dragged out of the home, how it was removed or anything
No,
like
because he
that.
didn't want me to know.
He didn't want you to watch.
He knew once he pulled the trigger that he did that. And he shouldn't have done it.
While Melody and Mike both insisted that she didn't help clean up the crime scene, police likely found it hard to believe that Mike could have pulled off the entire cover-up without help. Melody was also in trouble for lying to the police when they first asked her if she knew what happened to Jim. As a result, she was placed under arrest for obstruction of justice. While Mike was doing his walkthrough and reconstruction of the crime, Melody was also brought over from the jail to do her own on-site interview. While there, she saw her father for the first time since his arrest.
Give me a kiss.
Tell the truth, Melody, don't lie.
Melody was also asked to reconstruct the crime.
You went to bed,
I
but
just went to bed at that moment.
you just went to bed with bloody arms and
Well, I was kind of. I hadn't went to bed in a very long time, days, and when I came down here, I just basically passed out.
However, this wasn't the only thing they wanted to ask her about, as police were still trying to piece together the real motive.
had there been anything going on between you and Jimmy?
No. No.
I need to know. Nothing.
No, he wanted something, but I told him no, and he got mad about it, and I told.
When was that?
Basically the entire time I've been here.
So the entire time,
He's like,
he'd been hitting on you, wanting you to do things with him,
yeah.
and you never did.
Mm-hmm.
What about anything between you and your dad? Nothing at all?
No.
As odd as this line of questioning may sound, there was a very good reason investigators were asking. There was something unsettling going on with Mike and his 18-year-old daughter, Melody. Police were made aware of the troubling allegations early on in the investigation when speaking with Jim's family.
Michael Dixon was here.
Yeah.
And what's his girlfriend's name?
His daughter.
Oh, his daughter.
Melody.
Yeah, it's his daughter/girlfriend.
Police had also spoken to Melody's mother, Brandy, and what she shared added an upsetting layer to the case. Brandy explained the reason that Melody had been put in foster care and was not supposed to be in contact with her father.
Mm-hmm.
What about anything between you and your dad? Nothing at all?
No.
As odd as this line of questioning may sound, there was a very good reason investigators were asking. There was something unsettling going on with Mike and his 18-year-old daughter, Melody. Police were made aware of the troubling allegations early on in the investigation when speaking with Jim's family.
Michael Dixon was here.
Yeah.
And what's his girlfriend's name?
It's his daughter.
Oh, his daughter.
Melody.
Yeah, it's his daughter/girlfriend.
Police had also spoken to Melody's mother, Brandy, and what she shared added an upsetting layer to the case. Brandy explained the reason that Melody had been put in foster care and was not supposed to be in contact with her father.
The Children's Services decided not to let Melody go back out because they think there was a possibility he made out with his own daughter. So they kept her in foster care. When she came up here and started visiting me, she wanted to see her dad, but nobody could stop her because she was 18. She started seeing her dad, but I don't know the things he said to her or whatever, but he got her back on drugs again, like meth and all that crap.
Brandy said that there were multiple previous CPS reports detailing an ongoing struggle to keep Mike and Melody apart, but this is unconfirmed. Brandy also alleged that Mike's mother, Denise, was not only aware of the incestuous relationship, but had purchased lingerie for Melody. However, we do not have evidence to confirm this claim. Melody's younger sister made even more revolting claims.
Whenever we lived out with his mom and dad, I walked in the trailer and Melody and he was under the blanket, but maybe.
You said that happened out at
Frank and
Denise's house? Was that
Yeah.
like a long time ago? Or like...
No, it wasn't. It hasn't even been a year yet. This September's going to be a year. They would always hold hands and all this. And he tried to hold my